Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are reviewing a port room. Actually this is OnePlus port room. I think this is OnePlus Cyberpunk or something like that. A subscriber of mine recommended this ROM, and I've been trying this ROM for like 3 or 4 days, and in this video we will give a complete review. How is the battery backup, how is the performance, and how is the daily driving capability. So if you plan to install this ROM, then stick around till the end of the video. Now talking about the battery backup in this ROM, as you can see, this is a decent battery backup, like 9 hours and 29 minutes of screen on time. Like this is pretty good in my opinion, and 388 hours of screen off time, which is more than enough. And the screen off battery drain is also pretty good in my opinion, like 0.3% per hour, and it tends to show that deep sleep is working pretty fine. Now talking about the charging in this ROM, I can't really show you 33-watt charging because I don't really charge this phone with 33-watt charger anymore. I have a Samsung charger which is a 25-watt PD charger, so I only charge up to 25-watt. But yeah, I think it should charge fine. It should charge by 33-watt. Like you can see here with the 25-watt charger, this ROM charged from 6% to 36%, like 30 minutes 30%, so it's charging decently fine. Like with 33-watt, I think it could be a bit better. So in my opinion, I think the fast charging is working decently fine. Now talking about the customization in this ROM, the customization come in this home settings tab, I think. So yeah, there are bunch of customization like launcher layout and stuff. You can use home screen only, then you can also choose home screen with drawer, which is pretty basic stuff in my opinion. And then there is this quick search gesture. So if you let me just show you. So if you swipe up normally, it will open app drawer, and if you swipe up and hold, then it will start in the search mode where you can type anything, you can search anything. So yeah, that's how it works. Then diving into some other customization, there is this notification style which has dots or numerals. Then you can also select your own icon pack. Like there are several options here. There is this Cyberpunk kind of. Then there is Oxygen OS, good old Oxygen OS icon packs. Then there is this Hydrogen OS icon pack which is Squircle, which I like a bit more, I think. And then there are these original OnePlus icons, and then there are these McLaren options. I don't really like any of these that much, but yeah, you can also pick these one UI icons if you like. Now talking about the camera application in this ROM ships with this aperture camera application, which I don't really like, but I guess it is what it is. So yeah, there's that. You can do this QR scan stuff, and there is this basic camera. You can't really use other lenses because there is no option to switch lenses, I think. Yeah, there is no macro option or anything like that. No, there is no option of macro or anything like that. This is just a basic camera application. You can just install Google Camera or something like that, or flash MIUI camera. So yeah, there's that. There is no good camera application. There is not even a stock OnePlus camera, which makes sense in my opinion. Like it doesn't really work with this setup either. So yeah, at least they could have provided and something like a MIUI camera or something like that, but I guess it's easier said than done. So yeah, there's that. Now talking about the Play Store certification, as you can see, the device is certified. So yeah, the banking apps are working pretty fine. There are no issues with that. Then there is this Google photo certification where you can backup unlimited photos and videos at no charge. So this is like the custom ROMs you get. You don't really have to worry about storage anymore. So yeah, there's that. Talking about the performance in this ROM scored like 3,30,000. which is not a pretty great score in my opinion. Like it's not even decent. I think it's below average for this device now. But yeah, this ROM ships with Android 11, so yeah, there are not that much optimizations like there are in Android 12 or Android 13 or even in Android 14. So yeah, there's that. You should not install this ROM if you game on your device because the performance I think is pretty low. Then I also ran the CPU stress test benchmark on this ROM and I think it's pretty fine, like CPU throttle to 82% of its maximum performance, and this was a 50 thread and 15-minute test. So yeah, I think this was pretty intensive test, and even in that situation the ROM held up on its own, like graph never dipped to orange or red. So yeah, it's pretty great in my opinion. Like even the score are decent. I'll say like 1,79,000. It's pretty fine in my opinion. This is not a gaming ROM by any means. Like you should not install this ROM if you want to game on your device. But yeah, for casual stuff, daily use, I think you can try this ROM. Even it was my first decent experience with Oxygen OS before it was bloated by Opus Color OS. I think that this is how it used to look like, and honestly, I kinda like how it looks like. It's Android, but a lot cleaner, and I also like this FunPlus fonts. So yeah, I think you can try it. Like if you used to have a OnePlus phone and you want that nostalgia, or even if you want to try OnePlus Oxygen OS and you don't have money to buy an Oxygen OS phone, or maybe you just want to try an earlier version of Oxygen OS which is not available in current OnePlus phones, you can definitely try it. Even the stability I'll say is pretty great, especially for a port ROM, because in my experience port ROMs are generally just bad. Oh yeah, by the way, you can also apply app lock in this ROM. Like you can see here, talking about the dialer, you get the basic OnePlus dialer, and it's pretty great in my opinion. Like it's much better than that shitty Google dialer, and you also get the OnePlus messaging app. So yeah, it's pretty great in my opinion. You can definitely try this ROM. Now talking about some settings in this ROM, like you can see here, there are these display settings where you can turn on turn off the dark mode and all that stuff. Then you can choose the ambient display, like if you want to enable it or disable it. And then there is this font size. It's pretty basic in my opinion, like every phone has it. You can also change the scaling options. Then there are these status bar options where you can choose the battery style, you can choose the circle option, and you can also choose the battery bar. Then you can also disable or enable some icons from the status bar, and you can also enable disable the network speed, and obviously you can also change the time, how the format of time is showing. Then it's pretty basic stuff like sound and vibration. Oh yeah, by the way, this ROM ships with the Dolby Atmos. So yeah, the sound experience is pretty great in my opinion. You can also use this headphone adjustment if you use earphones or headphones for that matter. Then there are these OnePlus ringtone, and it's pretty great in my opinion. Like everything works just fine. There are no issues with anything. Then there are these utilities options. This is where you can set up your app lock. You can set up all the apps that you want to be locked behind a app lock, and then you are good to go. That is where the app lock will kick in whenever you open an app. So yeah, there's that, and it's pretty great in my opinion. Like it works 100% of the time. And this ROM is ported from OnePlus 8 Pro, but there is one thing that I don't like about this ROM. Apart from that, this is Android 11 ROM, and this ROM has also a really old security patch, like you can see here. This is from 1st of February 2022. So yeah, it is more than a year old, like one year 6 months even older than that. So yeah, there is this concern of security, but I think many other phones usually don't get updated anymore and people are still using it just fine. Also, I think it should be fine. But yeah, if you are paranoid about it, then this might not be the ROM for you. So all in all, I'll say that it is a pretty great ROM in my opinion. Like, apart from the fact that this ROM has an aperture camera, and also this ROM has a pretty old security patch. I think Android 11 is not even maintained by Google anymore. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, that is the fact that if you are paranoid about device security and all that stuff, then I'll say you probably should skip this ROM. But if you are not, and if you want to experience this OnePlus Oxygen OS without breaking the bank, then I'll say you can definitely go for it. It's a great experience in my opinion. Like, even if you flash it for experience, like how the Oxygen OS looks and feels, maybe you are planning to buy a OnePlus device in future, but you are hesitant that how is the software experience, if I like it or not, then you can flash this ROM on the Redmi Note 10 Pro if you have one lying around, and you can definitely check out the features, how it looks, how it feels. And in my opinion, like, it feels pretty great. The animations are smooth. I didn't feel any stutter or jitter or anything like that. And for the fact that this ROM is running on like Snapdragon 732G, it's pretty well optimized in my opinion. And on that note, I think this is a green flag for me. By the way, you can definitely try this ROM. I really like this ROM. And on that note, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.